Good morning everyone, welcome to Friday's fun challenge for the weekend. It's going to be a Frisbee golf challenge this weekend. What I've done is I've got a variety of equipment that you could use as your hole for your Frisbee golf. So I have a cone, and all you would need to do is hit the cone. You could use maybe a towel on the floor, or you could use some sort of upturned flower pot or something like that. You just need to hit. I've got the bench. You could use like an ironing board or a chair or something like that. You've just got to land the Frisbee on. I've got the 2 poles. All you need to do is get the Frisbee between the 2 poles. So again, you could use your goal or something like that. And then I've got a tub, again, just trying to get the Frisbee into the tub. Okay, so what I'm challenging you to do is within your garden is come up with maybe 8 or 9 different holes, if you like a golf course, that you can play with the Frisbee. You've got to start at a tee. So the red cone is going to be my tee. You can put in some obstacles, so I've put in the yellow pole down the end. I'm going to have to go around that yellow pole, and then I'm going to have to come back and try and get the Frisbee into the bin. When you set up your course or your hole, what I want you to think about is what par it is. Now, if you don't know what par is, a simple way to think about it is what's the least amount of shots that I can get the Frisbee into the hole. So from here, I'm going to have to go from the tee up to that yellow pole, so that's definitely 1, go around it, and then if I get it past that, I could maybe, if I'm really good, get it all the way back to into the hole. So this is probably a par 3, I would say, because it's relatively simple. Let's see if I can have a go and do it. Okay, so it was a par 3. I completed it in 4, so now I'm 1 over par. Okay, so the first hole you do is probably going to be one of your most simple, and then you're going to make it a little bit more difficult. So I'll set up another hole now, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've managed to enlist the help of Mr. Messina, who wasn't up to much around school. So he's just played the first hole. And we've just played the second hole actually. For the second hole, you start on the red cone. You have to go over the bench in between the 2 armrests. You then go around the yellow pole the other way and then back into the bin. We're going to do an even harder one now, and you can see how we're going to progress the distance. So for this one, again, you start on the red cone. Instead of going over the bench, it's over there, you need to go underneath the bench. Then you go around the yellow cone and you come back to the bin. Notice how we're using the same space to do all of the different holes in. So you don't have to have a huge garden, you just change the way that you're putting all of your equipment. Good luck. So this time we've kept the equipment the same. We're going underneath the bench, around the yellow pole. Then when you come back, you have to go over the bench. Or is it the other way around? Other way around. Over the bench on the way there, under the bench on the way back, and then into the bucket. So obviously this one is probably like a par 12. Okay, so this time we've made it even harder and we put some poles around our tee. So not only do we have to go over the bench, round the pole, under the bench, through the bench, we have to get into the bucket or the tee via one of the X's. So either above the X that side or under the X this side, where the poles are in sort of an X shape. So it's even harder. Par 15. Now you've got some ideas of some different types of the hole that you can create. Use everything in your garden, even bring some stuff out of the house you can use, and send us in some videos of your golf courses. I can't wait to see.
Good fun?
Good fun?
Yeah, I'm
Good.
tired.